It's been roughly a year since Mortal Kombat 1 was released. NetherRealm Studios have since then done an appreciable job supporting the game with seasonal and roster updates every now and then, albeit with a few bumps along the way, such as the outrageous microtransactions through the in-game store. Now, I had a great time playing Mortal Kombat 1 last year and have often returned to it multiple times ever since. The game features perhaps the best roster in the series, backed up by some of the most engaging fighting mechanics in the genre, so its expansion Khaos Reigns is here. Surely players should expect all of the above and then some more, right?
Both of you, not now.
Go. I'll be fine.
Don't worry, I've got you.
You do?
God, please.
The central attraction of Khaos Reigns is undoubtedly its story expansion focusing on Havik. Without delving too deep into spoiler territory, Havik and his team of maniacs have invaded the in-game timeline to forcibly conquer all existing ones using Kami Dogu, a set of powerful ancient relics, and time crystals by capturing Garrus. As expected, this results in an uneasy alliance between the good and bad guys, as the main characters infiltrate Havik's timeline to put a stop to his evil plans. It's the usual over-the-top stuff that one expects from a Mortal Kombat campaign, with excellently directed cutscenes and strong voice acting performances.
He is a gifted fighter. He will do well in the arena.
No. For him, I have other plans. To pass the time while I infuse my Kamidogu with Garrus's time crystals.
What are Kamidogu?
You don't know. See for yourself.
New to the campaign are fan favorites Cyrax and Sektor, whose chemistry, if you recall, was rather complicated in the original timeline. Unfortunately, their debut in the current timeline through Khaos Reigns is a largely disappointing affair. Sektor and Cyrax, though well designed in terms of their armor and movesets, feature a rather undercooked backstory where their struggles and complexities aren't well explained. In the previous timeline, it was established through detailed storytelling that Cyrax despised Sektor for his allegiance to the bad guys, which resulted in a split between the two ninjas. In Khaos Reigns, Cyrax changes her orientation towards the good guys in a matter of seconds. It's rather jarring and feels rushed that such a pivotal plot point between the two clans is given not much importance in the new timeline. This matter was not helped one bit by the game's shoddy writing, which made me laugh in disbelief on more than one occasion.
Without honor.
No, it is Kuai Liang who's betrayed the Lin Kuei.
That is a lie. Spoken by the man who let my father perish.
What?
So impatient to lead, to make the Lin Kuei his. My brother went even further. He broke his sacred oath and sided with outsiders against Earthrealm.
Khaos Reigns also suffers from pacing issues where the player is stuck with a single playable character for extended periods of time. If you are unaware, ever since the series rebooted in 2011, the campaigns have featured a chapter-based structure, with each chapter focusing on a single character. Previous campaigns balanced the pacing through multiple chapters focusing on different characters, but Khaos Reigns unfortunately focuses too much of its runtime on a chosen few. Now, I understand they want to develop a certain character's role in the lore, but most of them felt like they had overstayed their welcome by the end. Beyond my disappointment over the lack of in-depth relation dynamics between Sektor and Cyrax, the stars of the show are undoubtedly Havik and Noob Saibot. The actor behind Havik has done a terrific job of displaying the character's madness and bizarre behavior throughout the campaign.
All timelines. You cannot imagine the chaos.
Can I presume the next death you seek is mine?
The way Havik dismembers his own body and throws out witty remarks every now and then kept me interested in the eventual fate of this madman. Noob Saibot too has a strong character arc thanks to his surprising shift in alliances towards the conclusion of the game. I am eager to see how NetherRealm Studios will build his character going forward, as it's clear that Noob Saibot is set to play a larger role in the future. Unfortunately, Khaos Reigns ends a bit too quickly. Clocking in at around 2 to 3 hours, there isn't much to do with the main campaign once you are done with it. Unlike the base game's final chapter, which can be replayed with different characters, here there is no such incentive. I think it is genuinely setting the series in exciting new directions, but the occasionally shoddy writing and the lack of emotional dynamics between Sektor and Cyrax make this a decent, albeit one of the weakest campaigns in the series.
The more who die, the more havoc sends.
I'll admit, I relish the challenge.
Are you prepared for the next?
What now?
It is fiendishly simple.
Khaos Reigns also brings along 6 new characters to the playable roster. As mentioned previously, Sektor, Cyrax, and Noob Saibot are now playable, but in the future, Ghostface, T-1000, and Conan the Barbarian will also be added. Sektor and Cyrax have a totally different moveset compared to their respective previous timelines' counterparts. This is perhaps due to the fact that they are not actually cyborgs this time around, resulting in movesets that are much more grounded now. Noob Saibot, on the other hand, is a complete showstopper with his shadow-based moves and a list of fatalities that will put a smile on your face. This is the Noob Saibot you know and love, fast, brutal, and evil. I have nothing to add about the guest characters, of course, given that they're not available yet, but given the developer's history of doing some great things with past guest DLC additions, there's every reason to believe Khaos Reigns' upcoming characters will turn out to be exciting new additions to the roster. Whilst not a part of the expansion, Animalities have also returned to the series after almost 3 decades, with their last appearance being all the way back in Mortal Kombat Trilogy. They are very easy to pull off, and as expected, they are visceral and brutally gory. General Shao can turn into a bear and rip you apart, whereas Garrus can transform into a hippopotamus and crush you to pieces. One of the coolest Animalities belongs to Noob Saibot, wherein he transforms himself into 2 alligators, ripping his foe in half. As someone who has been a fan of the series since the early days, it was great to see all these transformations adapted for modern hardware. This could have easily been gated behind microtransactions as well, so it's a pleasure to see that all Animalities are just free downloadable content for all players. To pack it up, Mortal Kombat 1 Khaos Reigns continues the intense drama of the base game. The story will be enjoyed by most hardcore fans, although it's not the best in the series. Havik and Noob Saibot are easily the best of the new bunch, and it will be interesting to see the latter's fate in future content drops. Animalities are back and free and serve as an excellent addition to an already engaging combat system. At the end of the day, Mortal Kombat Khaos Reigns is more Mortal Kombat. Bloody, visceral, and a fun-filled gore fest. What more could you ask for? And with that, we reach the end of this video. Have anything to say? Let us know in the comments below. Also, we upload new videos every single day on Gaming Bolt, so please consider subscribing as it really helps us out. Thanks for watching.